Thank you all for coming tonight, and I'll just take this moment while my percussion are finishing up, setting up, to say thank you. I've got a few high schoolers on the stage. Will you wave out to the audience? They're helping us fill a couple of holes, so we thank them a whole lot for stepping out here and sight reading with us, having never seen this music. I got faith in them. They're going to do awesome. Aren't they doing just the greatest job? I'm just extremely proud of them. Before we play our last tune, I have to tell you that people that know me know that sometimes my mouth moves just way faster than my brain. And so this last piece is titled Creatures in the Attic in your program. But one day I was teaching and moving real fast and being crazy, and I don't know why or how, but I ended up calling it Critters in the Craddock. And they refused to accept anything but that now, and told me very, very deliberately, we will not play this if you do not introduce it as Critters in the Craddock. So we're going to finish our program with Critters in the Craddock. This is the junior band, and the first two pieces we're going to play for you are two pieces that we took to concert assessment back in March, two pieces that we went and got grades for and stuff. So we're going to start with those, and then we're going to end with two pieces that we've worked up since then. So here's Forward March. So just like with the beginning band, I'd like to thank the senior high students that are coming out to fill in some holes. The people on the stage are doing a great job, and they do not need the help with playing their part. But the pieces that I've picked call for a little bit more instrumentation than what we have, so they're just kind of filling out. I told the kids I would always rather pick something that's appropriate for their skill level and bring a couple of people in to cover some holes rather than play some watered down music that covers their instrumentation. They've been working too hard for that. So we really appreciate the high schoolers that are jumping in and helping us out. So we went to concert assessment in March, and this band, I'm just going to have a bad band director moment here. Just say that when I first started back in the fall, I wasn't going to go to concert assessment. I thought, we've got some work to do. But I put a challenge in front of them, and they really rose to the occasion. And we worked hard, and we had some after-school practices, and we had playing tests, and they have really just blown me away this year. And I could not be more proud of how far they've come and what they've done. So the first two pieces, like I said, we're on the concert assessment program. This last piece, Aladdin, has some very tricky stuff in it. The Friend Like Me, the first part of that, was in a swing style, and that was new to them, and they had never done that before. And they did a great job with it, just a great job. And then this next piece, the final piece we're going to play for you, it's actually a misprint in the program. It should be called Shipwreck Cove, not Shipwreck Cover. Shipwreck Cove. This piece is in cut time, and I'm not going to get into all the details of what cut time and common time is, but what you need to know for them is it's an entirely new way of reading the music and playing in a style. You see notes and rests and stuff that is familiar to you, but they're actually played different than how they've learned to play since beginning band. So I've been able to take them to concert assessment. They got from the 3 judges, they got a 1, which is the highest score, and a 2 and a 2, which is just remarkable. And then a 1 from the sight reading judge, and we actually got that plaque in today. Thank you. So for them to be able to do what we've done and then add in swing style, which is something that's new, and then the ballad at the end, A Whole New World, not easy music. And then to add in this piece with the cut time, I can go on and on and on, but you don't want to listen to me, you want to listen to them. So thank you all for coming tonight, and this is the last tune for the junior band. One moment. Good time to catch up on your phone game. We can't play a piece called Shipwreck Cove without the ocean drum. Then it would just be like a shipwreck or something, no water. before I let them go, I feel awful, but as I said earlier, sometimes my mouth moves faster than my brain. Scott Gowan on the solo on Aladdin. Scott, please stand to be recognized for your solo on A Whole New World. I'm sorry, Scott.
And now, you've seen this young lady already before, and I'd like to take a moment and introduce her. We're very fortunate this semester to have had a student intern. She is a graduate of Nettleton High School, but I promise we've been really nice to her, okay? We forgive you. But anyway, her name is Emily Lindley, and she's just doing a super job, and we really appreciate her. And I think she's become very attached to the kids. They really enjoy working with her. So Miss Lindley will do our next piece. to say some quick thank yous before we start this piece. So many people are involved with what happens up here. It's not magic. It's not just them practicing at home. They work so hard in class together and after school practices and things like that. And it's not me. It takes a village. And we are very, very blessed to have the people we do. I want to thank Dr. Page, who is backstage, I think, right now. Just a wonderful person to work with. And we have very clear visions for where we want to see this program go. And we're so proud of these kids and the things we've been able to accomplish this year. And he's certainly a big part of that, and I appreciate him. I want to thank Ms. Lindley, who is our student intern we introduced a few moments ago. She's been just fantastic to work with and done a really, really fine job with our kids. Mr. Jeff Brown, who was up here earlier making announcements, he has kept the boat afloat, so to speak, with the concessions and everything this year. He's our band booster president, who is tireless, who has given up so much time. I just don't have the words to express how grateful we are and how much we appreciate him. And he has even volunteered to continue as band booster president next year, so we're very, very thankful for that. Thank you to our band booster officers who've been fantastic and supported him and supported myself and Dr. Page and all of our endeavors. That makes a huge difference. All the people, all of you that are band boosters, no matter what you've done to help us, anything you've done, no matter how big or how small it may have seemed, it all adds up, and we really, really appreciate your being a part of that group. I'd also like to thank Mr. Russell, our superintendent. He's been very, very supportive of our program. It's nice to, and I've said this before, it could be at a ball game on a Friday night in the middle of September when it's still hot, and the kids, we take them out there, we do what we know of our show, we come off the field, we cheer on the team, and then I'll be walking away and look at my phone and there's a text telling how good the kids did and how proud he is of them. And that doesn't happen everywhere, so I really, really appreciate that kind of support from Mr. Russell. I appreciate Mr. Gooden and Ms. Crane. Actually, they're both here tonight. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate that. Those are our high school principals. All their support, they've been fantastic and help out anytime we need anything. Also, Mr. Jones and Ms. Lamberson at the junior high, wonderful, wonderful people to work with. We're just very, very blessed here. I do want to say this too. Thank you to all you guys, these kids, that this is everything. This is what we're here for. We want them to be successful. We want them to be proud of what they do. They work hard. They work really hard. They put in lots of hours. If you're a parent of one of these high school kids, you know how many hours they spend, through summer band, through after school practices, being at ball games and things like that. They work very, very hard. And I just think they represent the school extremely well. You have great kids. Everybody here tonight, I wouldn't just tell you this, trust me, we have great kids. We really, really do. And it's nice to, thank you, it's nice to go to, it's nice to go to events where I'm around other band directors and I hear them talking. Sometimes it's the moan and groan kind of thing, not always, but sometimes it happens and I'm thinking, we're so lucky. We've got wonderful kids. They're good people. They're going to be terrific people. I hear this sort of cheesy comments like, hey, the world's going to be in great hands someday, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's true. As long as these guys are out there, good things are going to happen. Good things are going to continue to happen. So thank you guys so much. A final thank you to our seniors. You guys, I'm going to miss every one of you. I love you all. I wish I could keep you, but, we're going to let you play and they're kicking you out. So we've got two more pieces. I'm going to stop talking and get up here. We're going to do a piece called Among the Clouds. We took these kids to concert assessment a few weeks back, and they got straight ones, superior ratings from all the judges in that competition. And then when they went into sight reading, the same thing. And they did the same thing back in marching season at marching assessment in Paragould. And so for the second time ever in the history of our band program, they are winning another sweepstakes award for marching and playing for their first division ratings and everything. And that's just fantastic. It's phenomenal. They've just improved so much over the years, and we're very, very proud of them. They're raising the bar really, really high for the future of the band, and that's not a bad thing. So now we will play Among the Clouds. Thank you.